Alright, what's going on, fellas? Today we are working on a radio from a 1948 Plymouth. This belongs to a buddy of mine. I do have the top button here, just there's a little spring finger that's supposed to retain it, and the spring is broken, so I have to make one. Um, I just finished recapping it. My buddy has the knob and the other cover here, so it's, not quite complete on my bench here, but Um, I polished this up. Unfortunately, the dial is not in great shape. A lot of these numbers are pretty blurry. It actually looks better on camera than it does in person. But yeah, that's kind of what you're stuck with. I mean, it was hand painted. There's a little bit more light on the situation. I got the main light overhead off because it really interferes with the radio reception. So yeah, not a whole bunch to it. Off 5 presets. This one down here is dial, which is, your manual tuning adjustment. Volume, tone. This little window here, which you can't read, I don't think. Yeah, their little paper drum in there is kind of not in position, but it's the tone indicator, and it says mellow, voice, or music, depending on where you have this thing set. The drum is slid kind of that way, so like half the letter is not in view. I need to fix that. So let's fire this thing up and see what we get. It does kind of need a vibrator. It's got the original in there, and I kind of puttered around with it to get it to behave itself, but it's not quite right. Every now and then it doesn't want to start properly. So let's see if she's going to go today. Yeah, she's running. That noise is the just the hash from the vibrator. Join National Talk host Dennis Prager and Mike for our. So with the volume all the way down, you still get that noise. That's just the vibrator is not in the best condition here. The buffer cap may not be a whole bunch of good either. I don't have the proper one on hand. So we're idling here at 6.3 volts and 6.6 amps. So this is not exactly the world's most efficient piece of equipment.
We pray together and we learn. And of course,
but yeah, we're on dial here.
Well, thanks for being with us. Good to hear from you guys.
Okay, John. Thank you.
In the greater Syracuse area who want to learn how to get started making money.
Yeah, Syracuse, New York.
Using other people's.
Don't miss the Bruce Elliott Show weekday mornings at 9 and 6 WCBS.
WCBS Baltimore. I think that's CFZM 740 in Toronto.
Everlasting, thou art God.
National Security Advisor John Bolton. Up to date. Campers.
But as you can see, it pulls in quite a range of stations here. I'm going to pick up a solid-state vibrator replacement for it. The vibrator is this guy right back here. And they have it's just a little flapping contact that moves back and forth, and it creates the alternating current that makes the transformer work. Power supplying this is actually basically like a house radio. So it comes in 6 volts, it goes through the chopper here, goes through this step-up transformer, and outputs to a vacuum tube rectifier. And then from there, it's just like any other vacuum tube radio. This radio would have used a field coil speaker. It runs on 6 volts, burns about an amp of current. It's push-pull output with 7 C5s, which are basically like a 6V6. It's good for I don't know, maybe 10 watts output power, which not too bad. Yeah, I mean, all in all, it's not a bad set at all. It performs pretty well. Power switch right down there, and yeah, that's my ground lead, positive ground. So we're red lead to the chassis, but there's supposed to be a cover that goes on this to my buddy's place, and along with the cover, it probably would be a little bit quieter if I had the cover on the transformer back there. But well, we work with what we got on hand. So anyway, thanks for watching. Anybody has any questions, let me know. I'll try and answer them. Cheers.